we're seeing who the best fighter in the world is, and we're getting people to watch so that the fans can appreciate something that I find to be the most loved thing in my life, next to my wife, you know? So, I don't know. I think it's a shame when that shit happens, especially when it's like an ego thing. But also at the same time, I don't really think that that's too much of what Jon Jones is doing. I'm more speaking in terms of what I kind of see in other people. I think,
why is that fight not happening?
Well, it could be for two reasons. It's either that Jon Jones is using a strategy to have more money.
You could say it, Chase. Go for it. Say what you want to say.
But I think that's why he's doing it. You know, if he's doing it just to hold the title, to serve the wave.
1. Joe Rogan lit the fuse the second he said it out loud. Jon Jones wants $110 million to fight Tom Aspinall at the White House. Not T-Mobile Arena. Not Madison Square Garden. The White House. At first, it sounded like pure clickbait, but once the shock wore off, the debate exploded. Is this the boldest ask in UFC history, or just another twist in a career that's always chasing a bigger headline? The comment instantly split the community. Some called it genius power chess from a generational star, others said it was nothing but stalling dressed up as spectacle. Rogan made it clear he was just passing along what he'd heard, not presenting a signed deal. That difference matters.
Jones finally wants to fight Tom Aspinall, but this time at the White House. I told you guys that Jon Jones was playing chess, not checkers, this entire time. Someone just tweeted this at Jon Jones saying, ducking Tom Aspinall, ? Best decision you ever made, ? Jon responded, choosing when to attack and where you want the battlefield to be is not ducking, my friend. I tried telling every single one of you that Jon Jones was never ducking Tom Aspinall. It's very clear here that Jon Jones is playing chess.
Star Aspinall would have been if we just would have got that fight over with right away. Think of the star Ngannou still would have been for this company if you just would have had that fight and moved it on. And then you have an epic rivalry between those two, Aspinall and Ngannou. Like the years and years of amazing heavyweight fights could have been happening if Jon Jones just wasn't a petulant child, and if the UFC wasn't just the, oh no, it's fine, he's just finding himself. Like, just so annoying.
National celebration card could actually happen. It's still speculation, but it's believable enough to keep everyone talking. Dana White himself has said Jones vs. Aspinall is the dream main event for a milestone show. And if the goal is a poster the entire world has to stop scrolling to look at, you couldn't ask for better than the greatest technician of his era facing the smoothest new heavyweight rise in years. The money only cranks the debate higher. 9-figure contracts are boxing territory, not UFC math, where base pay is lower and real earnings come from bonuses and pay-per-view points. But the real power is in the ask, not the payout. By planting a number no one has ever touched, Jones forces the conversation to change. Critics call it the Conor McGregor playbook. Shift the fight from the cage to the narrative, demand the impossible, and make the negotiation itself the spectacle. The counterpoint? At some stage, you still have to fight. Big asks sell posters, but the cage doesn't care about leverage. That's why the backlash is so heated, with fans split between calling it strategy or stalling. Dana White's own words add fuel. He's admitted the fight was once close to booked, with handshakes and outlines in place, before Jones suddenly retired. That history makes every new tease feel fragile until pen hits paper. Behind the scenes, the calculus is obvious. A one-off spectacle could elevate the UFC's ceiling like never before, but a stalled division drags down the foundation. Momentum is the UFC's culture, and momentum hates standstills. The hot takes kept coming. A respected coach argued the endless flip-flops turned anticipation into exhaustion.
What did you make of it when you heard Jon calling out Alex of all people?
You know, I think he does do this because, you know, Alex Perez now he's like big star in the UFC, you know, everybody loves him, so he know what he's doing, you know, but I believe he should to fight against Aspinall, but I think he a little bit afraid of him, you know, because Aspinall is someone who can really stop him and beat him.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's what I think that he believed if he can.
You know, I was absolutely confident that Jones versus Aspinall was done and we were going to do it, and here we are today. You know, so you never know. I don't get into it until it actually happens.
Is there a fight that you like almost made that didn't happen?
Aspinall Jones.
The
fight was done. Everybody had agreed to it. Everybody agreed to the whatever, and then Jones came back and said I'm going to retire.
Jon Jones fan as anybody, and I've always defended. He's not afraid of Tom. He's willing to fight anybody. It's hard to not fall into that narrative here, though. You know, like, to me, like, fighting in the White House, like, that doesn't do it. But maybe I'm a different person. You know, maybe everybody looks at it different. For me, like, if you tell me they're going to have a fight at the White House, like, cool, all right, like, it'd be cool to do it. If not, whatever, like, a fight's a fight. Maybe Jon looks at it different.